Pamela Nance Lee here, wellness coach with Bloom from Within Wellness, talking to you today with my third video in the series of Fresh Start, Happy New You 2022. Today's topic of conversation is needs. We all have needs. We're all human. You're here on the planet, and we need some things. And what happens, and why I want to talk about needs, is because this comes up so often in the clients that I coach, because the majority of clients that I coach are looking to use a substance to fill needs that the substance won't fill. So the majority of the clients I serve are using food to take care of needs that are non-food needs, because the only need that is a food need is hunger, physical hunger. That's what we need food for. But many of us, myself included, and that's why I am in the coaching profession that I'm in, many of us made adaptations when we were children because we had to survive. We weren't able to get our needs met in a way that was necessarily healthy, so we did whatever we could. And for me, it was food. Hence, I got up to almost 200 pounds 3 years ago because I was using food to meet non-food needs. Now that I worked with a coach and learned how to get my other needs met in other ways and to only use food to feed myself for physical nurturance because I was hungry, I've shed 60 pounds from my body and keep it off effortlessly. So knowing our needs and identifying our needs and identifying how we can meet those needs is super important for so many different reasons. Because if you're meeting a need that can't be met with a substance, for example, need for connection, okay, that would fall under the category of interdependence. We are interdependent beings, and if we aren't meeting our need for connection in having, say, a romantic partner or having good friendships or being part of a community or closeness with people, we possibly are looking for other substances like food, like alcohol, like tobacco, even television, processes like shopping or gambling to meet this need that is there. So I'm going to run through a list of needs. This is from the Center for Nonviolent Communication, CNVC, Center for Nonviolent Communication, CNVC. Wait, that's not it. The Center for Nonviolent, let me just look at it right here. Oh, it is CNVC. .com, I think you can go to get this list on basic needs. So the first one that they list is autonomy, and that's a need to be able to choose your dreams, choose your plans, being able to make decisions for yourself, and also how you're going to pursue those dreams and plans. That's autonomy. The second one is celebration. Did you know that's a human need? Like, we need to celebrate our accomplishments. We spend so much time in a place of disappointment or a place of worry or a place of doubt. And we really, in this evolution process, for us to evolve more into the energy of love and leave behind the energy of fear, we need to celebrate our successes, no matter how big or how small, even on a daily basis, to look through our lives and see, what can I celebrate today? What's working for me? Really focusing on what's working. And we also need to celebrate our losses, which is also known as grieving. We need to be able to do that in our lives. And if we don't do that, that's another place that we reach for substances. If we don't want to look at the loss, if we don't want to look at the sadness, oftentimes we will reach for substances to numb out and to fill up the void that's created by that lack of grieving. Integrity. We need to have integrity with ourselves and to really be our authentic self. And this is so difficult in a culture that is bombarding us with images of how we should be what we should be wearing, how we should look, what material possessions we should have in order to have arrived or made it or be successful. So this need for integrity is critical, and many people are reaching for substances or processes, including shopping. Shopping is a huge, huge process that people turn to try to feel good about themselves. And it's never going to work. It won't work. I mean, it feels like it works temporarily, but there's always going to be something else that you're going to need to purchase. I spoke a little about this earlier, interdependence. So this would be to feel accepted and appreciated, to feel closeness with others, to be contributing to the community, to the enrichment of life, to have a partner, to have good friends, to feel loved and respected. This is a huge one. And our culture, we're a bunch of lonely people here. There's a lot of lonely people. And so when you're lonely and you don't have that connection, that's got to be filled somehow. That need is going to be filled. And oftentimes, you're reaching for food, alcohol, or drugs to fulfill that need. Physical nurturance, so that's air and water and food and shelter and rest, and also sexual expression. That's a need. Even if you're not in a partnership, you still have that need. Water and touch. So finding ways to get this met. Like if you're not in a romantic relationship, what are other ways that you can get hugs in your community? You know, that you can get massages, that you can even, you know, self-massage, or I have found going in a hot tub really can, you know, feel that need, or a hot bath or hot shower for that touch and stimulation on your skin. Did you know we have a need for play? I mean, children do it so naturally, and as adults, oftentimes we get so focused on work and responsibilities and things, the shoulds and what we have to do, that we forget that play is part of who we are. So finding ways to play as an adult is super important. Some sort of spiritual communion or connection, whatever you perceive that as being. It could be nature, it could be meditation, it could be chanting, it could be some practice that you follow, anything that brings you a sense of knowing, like, there is something beyond. There is something beyond this human experience going on. Bring you peace, and it is a need that we have to connect with something greater than ourselves, and that could be nature. I mean, nature is all around us, and it's very obvious that nature is greater than ourselves. I mean, think about a huge flood or a volcano or a tornado, you know, that is proof right there. And then if you look at all of the beauty, go into nature and feel that connection. It's an actual need that we have. So those are the main ones that I wanted to talk about. And here is how, this is very brilliant from nonviolent communication. A very brilliant way to know if your needs are being met or not. And this is by tuning in to the emotions that you are feeling. So when your needs are being met, I'll just read a couple of them. There's many, but you feel comfortable, you feel amazed, you feel hopeful, inspired, optimistic, joyous, stimulated, thankful, grateful. Those are, you know, just to name a few. So when your needs are being met, these are the kind of feelings that are circulating around you. So this is a really good way. Now, it does require tuning into your feelings. So that requires pausing and not just going to the cupboard. Because if you go right to the cupboard whenever something is stirring, oh, I don't want to feel this, I don't want to feel this, go eat. You're not gonna tune in, you know? So then when your needs aren't being met, here are some feelings that can surface. You can be angry, annoyed, confused, disappointed, embarrassed, hopeless, lonely, nervous, resentful, sad, uncomfortable, overwhelmed. There's more And I will put the link for this worksheet in the comments of this video. What I'm hoping that you'll get out of this is that as humans, we all have needs. And what we want to start doing are practicing reaction or responses to those needs that are really meeting them. And how you will know if you're really meeting your needs is that your emotions will be on the level of feeling comfortable, feeling fulfilled, feeling joyful, feeling happy. And when you're not feeling those things and you're feeling angry, annoyed, uncomfortable, hopeless, then there's needs going on that aren't being met. So looking to see what could these needs possibly be, and then taking the next step and doing actions that are going to meet those needs. Because if you're not taking conscious action to meet those needs in a way that's healthy, then you're going to be meeting those needs in unhealthy ways, because the needs are going to be met. It's just whether you're going to meet them in ways that are truly satisfying and bring you joy, or ways that just sort of numb and, cause you to sort of check out, or you might feel filled up, but it's not in a sustainable way that really is going to bring you peace and joy. So tune into your emotions, start getting familiar with them, not judging them, but letting them be indicators for you, letting them be flags that are waving like, wow, I'm really annoyed right now. What's going on? And take the pause and take the time to really check in with yourself. Okay, that's what I have for you today. Check in with me next time. I'm going to talk to you about how to prioritize yourself, because that's a big deal. So many of us are prioritizing other people's needs at the detriment of our own. And it's just like they tell you on the airplane, put on your own oxygen mask first. So next week, we'll be talking about prioritizing yourself and how to do that. All right, thanks so much. Leave me a comment. All right, talk to you soon.